Hello everyone and welcome to Arvind Upadhyay. So in this episode we are going to talk about how to communicate effectively in any situation. As I always said that effective communication is the key to building better relationships. So your professional and personal relationship with others rely on your ability to express yourself so you are understood, developing the skills of the active listening as well as understanding you and other person. So you effective communicate with them is going to make a better relationship with that person, and developing the skills of active listening allows you to understand others. Clear communication will help you to avoid misunderstanding, deepen existing connections, attract more opportunities to you. And in this episode, we are going to talk and discuss about the what effective communication is and what is its benefit and the valuable tips. So how you communicate effective as any situations. So let's talk about this and. So first of all, what is the effective communication? Effective communication happen when both the senders as well as receiver of a message feel satisfied and the message itself has been convinced and received as intended. So it's meaning that whatever I am saying, you understand. That is the better communication. Communication always involve the sender as well as receiver, and often both parties play both roles like a conversation. So when you communicate with someone in the form of the word, in the form of the body language, in the form of the facial expression, pictures as well as sound, the message is then received by another person. So in their own mind, based on their thought, their feelings, and so on. In the most cases, the continues to communication, the other person formulate a response and the send the response back. So whatever I ask to you, you will going to reply me in that response. The person will not likely response back, but usually communication is the two-way street to back and the fourth sharing of the language in the normal non-verbal communication. So you then receive their responses and they translate that into the meaning of the significance. To continue the communication, you send back your responses. So the pattern continue until the conversation has come to close, and the effective communication start with the being clear in the in your mind, and you should be clear what you want to deliver to that audience and what you want to conversation you want to do with the other person. So that be clear, and when you deliver the message and make sure the other person hears and understand the message you have sent, and practice active listening and effective communication skills as you continue to converse. And so important thing is how to express yourself effectively. So effective communicators are the clear and concise about they want to say, write, and convey. So they care about the person they are communicating within the they are not only want to be understood, but they want to understand the other person too. So good communicators are the confident and gives correct information to each other. My favorite word of communication is clarity. So in the communication we always the have the funda clear that we need to specific clarity between each other. So there are the many problems in life comes because of the lack of the clarity. We hear things but may not get all the information to pay attention on them. So we do not fully understand the topic, and we also say things but not come out clearly. To be clear, stop and think and then proceed slowly. So whenever you are doing the communication with someone, you need to relax and talk slowly. Another great way to improve communication is to rephrase and repeat something when it is not clear and the person you are speaking to didn't get the message also. For example, if I am speaking Hindi, if I am speaking German, if I am speaking English, and I am busy working to learning another language, and so you are just can't ever can't have, you can have the limited language and someone doesn't seem to understand it. You need to focus on only one specific language that other person understand clearly on that. So what is like a communication take many forms, as like you communicate informally when you chat with friends and close family members, but you communicate very formally when you are in the job interview, when you are in the large audience, when you are in the international general, and when you are on the investment, when you are on the with the business, and when you are in the meetings, at that time you formally communicate minutes a time, and you communicate online and in person. uh, there is the various things such like you verbal communication, non-verbal communication. So actually verbal communication involve talking the loudly another person on the multiple people. You can communicate verbally face to face, and even you cannot see the person such as over the phone or across the house. Face to face conversation even happen when you are at different sides of the planet than on the person are speaking to, such as on the Zoom meeting, as is on the Google Meet and on the video meeting. So it's like a good verbal communication skill rely on the language you choose and how well you pronounce and insinuate your voice. Okay, and second is non-verbal communication. So instead of using word, non-verbal communication involve using body language, facial expression, non-verbal signals, and hand gestures like uh, and many other non-verbal body language related things like get message across without using spoken and written word. So there are the various different type of the communication: verbal communication, non-verbal communication, as well as written communication. So written communication include just that anything that is written down with the words, numbers, symbols, and that have the meaning. Some of like a visual communication. So types of the communication involve images, it's a have emoji, and so it's a mention text on social media posters, memes, photos, videos, drawing. So these are the like a visual communication. If we talk about mass communication, so we often think about effective communication as involving two people and a group of the people talking to each other. This is called mass communication. So in the large group meetings, and there are the lots of the people interviewing, so this is mass communication. Some of the called group communication. So in the common type of the group communication include meetings and discussion group in the classroom, in the group communication within the group of the co-worker, within the group of the family members and friends, stranger on the street, many examples of. And the likely listening. So listening is the essential component of the effective communication. Being a good listener help you to grow in your career as well as express yourself, making the big difference in the building both professional relationship. And by listening, version person are talking and reading responses or email comment and important to them. And so how to be the good listener? Being a good listener is more important. It is not just hearing what the other person is saying, but it is the active listening in their words and well as paying attention on them, feeding spoke, watching body language patiently, waiting until your turn to speak. So this was all about the communication. If you have anything query about related communication and want to improve your communication, ask me in the comment sections. I will reply you as soon as possible.